Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this 10K Q&A. And I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for making this possible. It's crazy, 10 months ago when I decided to start this channel, it was just a dream, and now it's becoming a reality for me to do this as my full-time job one day. And I really do appreciate you guys for supporting me and loving me through this journey, because it's been a fun one for sure, but I've had a lot of things I've had to learn, so I appreciate you guys even giving me constructive criticism. It really has helped me grow as an ASMR channel, so I just wanted to tell y'all thank you, because without you guys I couldn't be doing this. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get started with these questions. So I am going to be using my phone to read these questions out, because I sent out a message on the community tab on YouTube asking you guys to send me any questions that you may have, since I really don't say much about my personal life on here. So I thought this would be a good time for you guys just to ask me what you want to ask. This question by Marcus Lynn says, what are some of your favorite triggers? So I love any massage type videos, so my favorites are definitely face brushing, anything to do with the back, so like back tracing, tapping, anything with like slow hand movements. I think that's one of the most tingly triggers that really gets me. And I also really like tapping from like a phone, an iPhone, or even on like a coaster. I think those are really, really soothing as well. But yeah, I would definitely say my top ones are anything that has to do with an actual person getting like a very gentle massage. Okay, let's see here. Next question is by Bookworm Whisper. It says, what is your favorite Christmas movie or song? So obviously The Grinch is my favorite Christmas movie, and if I had to choose a second favorite, it would probably have to be either Christmas with the Cranks or Elf. I think those are my top three favorites, but definitely The Grinch is my favorite. And then she also asked, what is my favorite, I'm guessing, Christmas song? I would probably have to say It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, because during that song playing, it just gets me in the Christmas spirit, so that's what I would have to say. Alright, next question is by Rachel Savoye. Sorry if I butcher your last names. She asked, what made you want to get started making ASMR videos? So I'm a full-time nanny, and I have always, done like playing with them, with their toys, and just being in costumes, acting out stuff, just, acting like a kid. And one day this girl wanted to play like hair and makeup. And so I was brushing her hair, putting makeup on her, and I'd already kind of started watching ASMR videos. So this was something that I had already seen, like a role play, and I was doing it on her, and I was like, oh my gosh, why don't I just start making my own videos? And it just dawned on me, like, this is something I've loved for so long, and I didn't even think of it when I was watching them until that moment. And it was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I took that entire day after I was done nannying to research how to make my own ASMR videos, what the best kind of videos are to make when you first get started. Like, I looked into everything, and I bought my first microphone. It was just one of the ones that you can hook to your chest, and I just went with it. I used my iPhone to video, and I made my first probably 50 videos with my iPhone. So it was amazing. Definitely the best thing that I have ever done. Next question is by Ski Jump Nose. He asked, what is your favorite movie? Well, I have a lot of favorite movies because I'm a huge movie buff, but I love action movies. I love movies that have a purpose behind them. Anything that really has like a deep meaning. So I would say probably my top 2 favorite movies are Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. or Unbreakable. So those were like one of the most intense movies I've ever seen, but I thought it had some of the best storylines, and it just gave you like a drive for life. It made you want to work harder, made you not want to give up, and it was just so empowering to me. I love movies like that, so I would definitely have to say those are my top 2 favorite movies. The next person that asked me a question was Paul Piankowski, and he asked, what is your favorite type of ASMR to make? I really enjoy making videos where I am massaging somebody or playing with their hair or anything like that, because that's personally how I first experienced ASMR, so I know how that makes me feel, and I want other people to feel that way, so it's probably my favorite. But I really do enjoy making role plays as well, because when I was a little girl, I always wanted to be an actress. Like, I was in acting school, I got to be a model for a while for like the Jelly Belly commercials and stuff like that, so it was always a dream of mine to become an actress. So this is a really good way for me to, get to do that. Next person, Chanel Bell, asked, well, they said, congratulations, I love your channel, thank you so much. But their question was, my question is, do you have a favorite ASMR YouTuber? Well, like I said, massage videos are definitely my favorite, and that is what I choose to watch before bed every night to go to sleep. So I would have to say I have a few favorites, so I'll name them. Obviously, itsblitzzz was my favorite from the beginning. She was my first person that I saw that had done a massage on somebody else, and it like just hooked me. So she's definitely my like top favorite that I've been watching for the whole time I've experienced ASMR or known about ASMR. And then some of the ones that I found recently that I really enjoy, let me make sure I say their names properly so that I don't mess them up. Shane Shiatsu, yes. He is really good. He does like deep tissue, more of like the videos I was talking about where it's gentle touch, and he does one for pregnant women and stuff like that, so it's really cool to see the different types of videos that he makes. So I really like watching him. And then also another one I enjoy, let me pull her up, little Me Carmie. She is someone I just found probably a month ago, and it was just her doing a facial on this lady, and oh my gosh, like I fell asleep in that video within like 2 minutes. So I will put all these people down that I'm listing in the description box below if you want to go check them out. And then the other person that I really enjoy lately is Tranquil ASMR. I found her probably about 4 months ago, and it was the same. She was doing a video, I think, on her sister, and she was using like these different brushes on their face. It was just like one side of the face. I melted into a little puddle and did not stop watching her videos after that. And she just posted one recently with her little niece, and that one is my favorite. I've been watching that one for the past week now, every single night, and last night I was like not even tired. I got in bed and I immediately turned that video on, and I was asleep within 5 minutes. So definitely go check them out. They are so amazing. But if I had to choose anybody that I like to watch that's really good at like trigger videos, it's definitely Gibi. Obviously, she's like a pro, and she is one of the ones that I turn to really listen to like the ear to ear videos and stuff like that. So go check them out, see what you think. I think they're all incredible. Okay, so the next question is from ABHR Law, and she asked, who is my favorite bands, or who are my favorite bands. So I am obsessed with Paramore. They have been my favorite band since I was like in high school. I've listened to them for so long, and they're actually like the music that I listen to on my way to work every day. And I also listen to them while I'm working out. Like, it's my absolute favorite band to listen to. That just really gets me pumped up. I've always been more into like punk type music. I was kind of like a punk kid when I was in middle school, so my favorites were like All American Rejects, Hawthorne Heights, those types of bands back in middle school time. So there's still, that type of music is still my favorite. Okay, next question is by Chris Lachetta. Like I said, I'm sorry if I butcher your last name. His says, Jordan or LeBron for greatest basketball player of all time. Haha, just kidding. I can't really answer that because they both have very different mentalities and they both are amazing, so I can't really tell you. But his actual question was, what is your favorite video that you have ever recorded, and what video was the most challenging? So I would probably have to say my favorite video I've ever made would have to be my sleep hypnosis and guided relaxation, only because that video is like, it's something I never thought I would do on my channel, and when I got into the groove of making it, it was just something that like I felt was natural. I enjoyed every moment of making it, and I don't like but like, so when I make videos, I do research before I start making them, but I don't ever like make a script. I kind of go off of how I'm feeling about whatever I'm doing the video on and just feel what I want to say. I tried a few of my old videos with a script, and it was really hard for me to remember what I was gonna say, so I just kind of like do my research first and then I start making them, and I just feel like the flow of the video is so much better when I just go from the heart instead of having a script. But yeah, definitely the sleep hypnosis was my favorite to make. I even felt so relaxed after I made it and empowered, and just, you know, it made me feel good. It made me feel like I was doing something amazing, not only for myself but for you guys. And that's what I love about this channel, is I can empower y'all to live a better life, have better thoughts, just be better overall. And that video really impacted me so much. And then his other question was, what was the hardest video that I've ever made? And it wasn't hard to make, but it was most challenging because, so I have a Blue Yeti that I film with, and for some reason my cord kept coming undone while I was filming. So like halfway through the video, I would get all of this weird like white noise and the audio would just be shot. Well, it was my spa video that I just did like not even a few days ago, and it was like 45 minutes long the first time I made it, and I knew better. I should have checked the audio before I like got 30 minutes into it. And I'm not kidding you, 8 minutes into the video, the freaking white noise came on, and I just stood there so pissed. Like, I was cussing. I was just so mad. I was like, what a freaking waste of my time that I stand here loving the video that I'm making, thought it was one of the best videos that I had ever made, just off the top of my head, enjoying it, and then I freaking go onto the audio and it's messed up. So I stood there for a second. I was like, you have to remake this. You're not gonna just give up. So I start remaking it, and I'm literally filming 10 minutes, turn it off, check it. Filming 10 minutes, turn it off, check it. And there were a few of them that had gotten messed up within 3 minutes of me making it, so I kept having to redo it. Instead of that video taking me, say, an hour, it took me 3.5 hours to make. So I would definitely say that was my most challenging video to make, only because of the amount of time that it took to keep fixing the audio. But yeah, that was definitely the hardest one. The most challenging, I would say, like, that I had never done before, that was really hard for me to do, was making you into a puppet. This was actually a subscriber's idea, and I really had to do a lot of research on it, kind of understand the whole idea behind making of a puppet. But I loved the movie Pinocchio with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and I kind of took it off of that and like what I remember when Geppetto was making him. So it was really fun to make, but it was very hard because it took me about 3 days to do research on it and really understand how to be in character. So those were definitely my most challenging videos. Okay, so this one is from Sydney82, and her question is, she said, this is more of an advice question. How did you emotionally overcome Hashimotos and accept it? I've had it since I was 8, and I'm still mentally not okay from the emotional and physical side effects it causes on my body. And let's see, a lot of you may not know this, but I do have thyroid issues. I've had them ever since I think I found out when I was like 16 or 17, and I took medicine for it, but I got off of it because I just didn't think that I needed it, and it made me feel really weird, so I didn't want to feel that way anymore, so I got off of it without my doctor's orders, or even asking my doctor. And then when I turned 25, I was put in the hospital because my heart rate was out of control, and I felt very like I was having like an outer body experience. I didn't know what was going on. I just didn't feel right, and they really couldn't figure out what was wrong with me while I was in the hospital. It took a lot of tests for them to run and figure out that they think I have Hashimotos, which is pretty much where it's a type of thyroid condition, but it's where it's very hard to regulate. So normally when you have thyroid issues, you can get on medicine. You get your blood drawn like every 3 months to make sure that it's regulated. But with Hashimoto's, it's very different. Like one day it may be fine, and the next, like, your TSH levels are out the roof. So it's very, very difficult, and it just makes you feel like crap. So to answer your question, Sydney, it's been a challenge for me. It still is every day. It gives me social anxiety sometimes because I just feel like I get that outer body experience sometimes. And it even happens like sometimes when I work out, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have asthma too, but it kind of all goes hand in hand with each other. But like I'll start feeling almost like a panic attack come on, and I've just had to learn to remind myself that I'm okay, that nothing's wrong, and that it's just something that I have to learn to live with, and that I can't let it impact my life. Because if I did, I would, just be doing nothing with my time, and I don't want to live that way. So, yes, I feel the same way as you. It's emotionally and physically draining, and it's just taken a toll on my body, but it's been something that has also helped me grow as a person. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned from this experience is just, life is going to throw curveballs at you, and you never know what's going to happen, but you just have to go with the flow and just accept things as how they are and be willing to fight back. Because if you don't fight back, like what's the point of living, And so every day is a challenge for me, and I think it always will be. But I think diet is a big key to helping with your thyroid. And if it runs in your family like it does in mine, it's just something that you were bound to get. My whole family has it besides my sister. And I just think it's all about making sure you're getting it checked as much as you can so that your medicine can keep you regulated. But yeah, stay strong. You can get through it. There are a ton of people who have thyroid issues, and it's just something that you have to to fight, you know. I hope that helps. My next question is by my girl. Oh, I forgot about her. She's another one of my favorites, is Nana Fox. I think that's how you say her first part of her name. I love her too. She has amazing hair videos and just overall relaxation videos. So go check her out too. But her question is, what is your education and what do you do for a living? So I'm guessing what she's asking by what is my education is like, what did I get my degree in? So I got my bachelor's degree in sociology and a minor in psychology. I really wanted to go back to school and become a speech pathologist, but during that time when I was trying to transition into that, a lot of life things happened and I just never went back to school. I just continued to stick with the job that I had during college, and I still do that to this day. So I'm a nanny, and I love it. I've always loved kids, and it's just something that I'm very passionate about. So that is my job that I do besides making ASMR videos, what I've been doing for the past 6 years. So I love it, and yeah. Let's see. Next question is by Savannah P. She asked, how old are you? I am 28 years old. And she also asked, what is your favorite song or songs at the moment? And she also said, I love your videos and I think you're so gorgeous. Thank you so much. You're amazing. My favorite song right now. Like I said, I listen to a lot of Paramore, so if I base it off of that, just like the music that I'm actually currently listening to, I would definitely have to say Ain't It Fun by Paramore. That song just really gets me like feeling good about life. But I love Post Malone. Like, he's probably one of my favorite artists, and I'm really into his song Hollywood is Bleeding, or Hollywood's Bleeding right now. Yeah, I would say those are probably my top 2 favorite songs right now. I probably have more, but I can't think of them. The next person is Bree Joy, and she asked me, what are my favorite hobbies? So I love to work out, especially with my husband. We work out together like every morning almost, or we try to. I really like to cook. I love to bake. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. I love to try like new recipes. And what else? I know this is so silly, but I have this game on my iPad called Cooking Craze. I play that like every night when my husband's playing Fortnite. So I guess if you want to call that a hobby, I love that. Spending time with my friends and family. What else? Oh, I love to go skiing, and yeah, I would say those are definitely my top hobbies. I have like other random hobbies that I like pick up every once in a while, but I don't know if you can really call that a hobby because you don't do it all the time. But yeah, those are my favorite hobbies to do. Something else that I picked up recently is tennis. So much fun because I played golf in college, so it was like trying to bring those two worlds in together, even though they're nothing alike. But I fell in love with tennis, and now it's something that I definitely want to get better at. Next question from Kane Marco. He said, is ASMR a child thing for you, or did you get into it as an adult? When I was a kid, I loved getting my back scratched. So I have been experiencing ASMR since I was a little girl. My mom used to let me lay on her lap when we were watching a movie or just on the couch, and she would sit there and play with my hair or rub my back. And I remember I always used to say, Mom, can you tickle my back? She'd always be like, tickle your back. And I thought it was the funniest thing, but she would do it, and I would just lay there so relaxed. And it was definitely one of my favorite memories that I have with my mom, because it was a time for me just to lay there next to her and enjoy the moment. And then also as a kid, I remember me and my friends, when we were waiting in line from lunch to go back to class, we would all be in like a line. It was like 4 girls, and obviously the person in the front didn't ever have to do anything to anybody because they didn't have anybody in front of them, so they got to just chill for a second. But we'd always like ride on each other's backs, or do like crack an egg on your head, let the yolk fall down, all those different little games that you can do on each other's backs. So I experienced it then too. So I definitely say childhood was where I really started experiencing all of this. And then when I got older, I always wanted to get massages. Like that was the thing I asked for Christmas, for my birthday, for something that I would just treat myself with. Like I even still do that to this day. I will go get myself a massage to treat myself. It's always been something that has really been impactful for me and helped me completely decompress and just relax. So yeah, I would definitely say though childhood is when I started experiencing ASMR, but I didn't realize it was called ASMR until about a year ago. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, next person, DJ Free, asked, how many tattoos or piercings do you have? So I don't have any tattoos, and I only have my ears pierced now, but I used to have my belly button pierced, and I used to have this part double pierced, and then I also had my cartilage pierced. So yeah, I really just didn't care to have all those piercings anymore, so I took all of them out. But I double pierced my ears myself, and then my best friend pierced my cartilage for me. So that is going to be it for this video. I wanted to make this very short and sweet. I don't know how short this actually is going to be, but I really hope that you enjoyed it, that you kind of got to know me better, and yeah, I just really appreciate you guys so much. You've made this experience so much fun, and I really do feel like you guys are my friends. So I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your night or day, whatever time you're watching this.